You may notice the mic's a bit echoey this week. My other mic broke, so I'm having to use this one as a stand-in, which doesn't sound the best, but hopefully it's not too bad on you, and we should get the other one back for next time. Hi there and welcome to another Sonic Academy tutorial with me, Phil Johnston. In this one we're going to be looking at a Mark Knight remix of the Faithless track Music Matters. And we're going to be specifically looking at sort of building up synth sounds, and there's 3 main synth sounds in it, and we're going to look at them, how to create them from scratch with Synth, and then how to create the same sounds in Simpler. I'm going to do this one from scratch, so bear with me if there's a wee bit of fiddling about, but some of the guys have requested it on the forums, so I'm happy to oblige. First thing we're going to do is load in an impulse, and we'll just load in all our different drum sounds. This kick that we've got here, this is actually off the track. It took a bit of fiddling about to sort of get it clean. There was hi-hats and different things over it. I stuck it into Wavelab. Just show you that. I stuck it into Wavelab, and I was able to sort of select the area that had the hats on it and put the Synopsys compressor on, or Synopsys filter on, and then render that down. And I had to do a wee bit of sort of editing and stuff to get some of the clicks out of it, but it's pretty close. So that's a good tip if you want to sort of try and steal or borrow kick drums from tracks. If you've got a wee bit of hi-hat, and there was a hi-hat here and there was a hi-hat here, and again I just sort of selected it and put a filter on it, so you know the bottom end of a kick, it doesn't need any sort of top end on it, so you can filter those out easy enough. Okay, so that's the kick, and it's got a really good low end thump to it. And we've got a couple of claps here. The kick sounds a bit loud. You can hear there's one of the sort of clicks in it, but you won't really notice it when everything else is going along. Again, we're going to be moving the top clap just offset a wee bit, just to give you that sort of click sound. It's a very popular technique, I've heard it quite a lot recently. And then I'm going to separate out the kick, so we'll rename the track, and select the audio from, and we're going to select it from the impulse. And then post mixer, we're going to select the kick, and we have to select the monitor in for that. We're running a bit slow, we'll stick it up to 128. I'm not too worried about the levels at the minute. I'll come back and fix anything that needs to be fixed later on. Insert another MIDI track, and we're going to add another impulse here. The reason I'm using 2 is just to separate out the hats, so it means I can group all the hats together without having to sort of separate them out into individual channels. So just a few hi-hats here, nothing too complicated, sort of like a shuffle pattern, and then just a more pronounced open hi-hat, and the shaker as well. And there was a wee click thing I heard in it as well, sort of give a wee bit of a groove. these wee patterns here, I'm just trying to create a sort of shuffle. So I'm going to turn my swing up on the up here, and I'll just keep that in. And just adjust the volumes. You want the higher volumes on your offbeats, and then any of the in-between syncopated notes we can sort of put at slightly lower volumes, slightly lower velocities. That just gives us a sort of shuffle sound. Okay, for the shaker, I'm actually just going to copy this whole hi-hat pattern and just move it up, and then I'm going to pan one of the hats left and one of the hats right, just to, again, give us a bit of space in the mix. Okay, so that's our drums pretty much done. The last thing to do is just to group them all together, and we'll stick a compressor on them. So send master out to drum group and all the tracks. And then we'll select the monitor in. Okay. And then the last bit for our drums is to just put the compressor on. I'm actually just going to open the attack up on the compressor, and this is going to just let a wee bit more of the kick click through. Starting to come through there. Okay, that sounded pretty good. In the next part, we're going to have a look at our bass sound.